Hey everyone. Thank you, Mickey, and everyone who's involved with the Women's Press and all of the badass women who are here in the building. I'm giggling because I have a kid's book that has the word badass in it, and my daughter clutches her pearls every time that part of the book comes, which I will read that book too because I felt it was relevant exactly to this day. So I do a lot of things within my creative and activism and organizing practice. But what has been interesting in the last, I would say, decade, my ministry has been about grandmas. And I want to acknowledge my grandmothers, who are both ancestors right now. Grandma Pearl Richards from Trinidad and Grandma Antoinette Petrus from St. Croix. And the reason I think I've been curious about that is, to me, they hold such multitudes of women and girls within them. I think our society tends to quickly flatten women, flatten femmes into elements of domestic care, oh, what do you do? Like, we sort of erase women from their multitudes. So I think for me, as a person that's not a grandmother yet, except for cats, my daughter has 2 cats, and I am a grandmother of cats, so I acknowledge that part of my self. But yeah, I think to me, like, when I look at women who are elders, I think and see and witness so much sensuality, so much clarity, so much wisdom, so much self-actualization. So I'm gonna share a poem that's more of like a juicy kind of hot poem because I just think, I don't know, maybe I got a thing for grandmas, that's another thing. But I also have a kid's book, which I'll be reading. But before I do that, I'll read this poem that was actually in a play that I did, I guess like 8 years ago now, with Lori Carlos, who is an amazing theater person who's also an ancestor now, and it was the last play she did before she became an ancestor. And yeah, it's, I don't even know. I think I called it Prayers for Pussies, which I think is a great title. And if you feel some type of way about it, we can discuss later. But yeah, so I will just read it. Okay. Come here, you rebel, come here. Grown women know that feeling of being a shuddering little girl under all that skin, all of that life, all of that holding, all of that gray coochie hair, and planted placentas under the tree the kids climb when hiding from your spankings. Under the pile of unpaid bills and expired lottery tickets, shuddering in your shadow, sits that little girl trembling for you. Wise and wild, quiet and unforgiving, indignant and quick, clitoris-driven, an emotional wreck, soulful perfection, and she's plotting on you. She wants you to hold her hand, watch her cry, bring her a bowl of red grapes and rub her smooth back, bring her her purple bicycle that she never got, never learned how to ride. You listening to me, women? Because I know you feel me. Don't matter. You could be the mother of a mother or the queen of your own block and your own ghetto. You could be mahogany-skinned, resilient to heartbreak, dispensed by careless and charismatic fools. And yet, as you innocently reflect on your life during your first morning piss, you start remembering things. You start thinking, remember when I was one hot heat, one red ferocious flash, one smooth sweet licorice, one free flying unknown? Then you remember being dethroned because you bled from between your legs without a need for a machete or malice, free wild blood, just sweet and red like Kool-Aid made by unsupervised children, witchy for no reason. How many of us thought we were dying when our blood came? That our wild would die, that we would have to stop whooping ass and terrifying little boys with our reckless reign of the jungle gym. Their only hope was to wait for patriarchy to settle around our embedded wombs, superior limbs, savage hearts. The goddess Olympics slowly faded from playgrounds. No more double dutching on little boys' hearts and grown man lust for shits, giggles, and candy money. We were wildin', cackling into the sky, dust with a back pocket full of banana Laffy Taffy, and moments of detachment from gravity, impervious to the violent ropes swinging around our crowns. We were told to tether to the earth when the blood came and wear training bras on swinging titties that we ain't even asked for. That's when some of the girls began burning themselves with hot combs and unprotected sex, or wearing baggy clothes for psychic and sexual protection. Where did the wildness go? We would silently ask our mothers who seemed complicit in our defeat. Rebel woman, it is time to heal the one that you came into this realm with, your damn self, the wild girl. Let us pray. Sweetness is here, kissing at all things in me broken, confused. I situate in the limitless love, spirit surrounding me, all over me, dripping, sensuously in my body, visceral, open-hearted, light-hearted, light-filled love and wildness. May wildness always kiss my feet, kiss my neck, kiss my back, kiss my waist, my elbow, my ass, my shoulders, my nose, my eyelids. Loving on me is prayer. Loving on me is prayer. Loving on me is prayer. Loving on me, you hold space for goddess and magic in your skin. Thank y'all. Whew.